Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the inaugural running of King of the Hill 2020 esports event, powered by Codemasters Dirt Rally 2. Running across PS4, Xbox One and PC platforms, this event is hosted by Caribbean Sim Motorsport in conjunction with Carib Rally Club. This is a way not to give back just only to the drivers, but also to you, the fans out there, during this difficult COVID-19 period. Now, the stage you'll be using is a stage in Spain, Camino a Centenera, just over 10.5 k's long, and it's 4 runs through the stage, with your fastest run counting in the overall for the shakedown, with 45 minutes service between each run. Now, this event is a shakedown for next week's Rally Barbados 2020, which is endorsed by Barbados Rally Club. The entry list consists of 142 entries across 11 countries, ranging from Barbados to Sierra Leone, and the cars in question will be the homologated R5 cars currently used in the World Rally Championship and other championships across the globe. I'm going to ride on board with Neil Corbin in his Skoda Fabia R5 on his first run up the hill. Now, Neil is no stranger to driving in Barbados Motorsport. He's a former Barbados champion driver in his Toyota Starlet. He's already into top gear before even the second corner of the stage. Now, the beginning of the stage is very fast and flowing. One mistake and it can bite you very hard and put you out to the overall. Neil is using a wheel while others will be using controllers, and there are categories for each to make it even across the entire entry list. Oh, he's got a bit squirrely there under the brakes there. That's probably going to cost him a bit later on. Riding on board now with Brian Mandeville in his Fiesta R5. He's sporting a custom livery, only available for PC players. Now, Brian is an avid Dirt Rally 2 player, nice and controlled in the high-speed sections. Riding on board with him now on a cockpit cam. Lots of hand motion there. Very, very smooth though. Body language looking very composed as he's working his way through these S's. Very, very solid run from Brian so far.
Next up, Graham Finlayson, driving the Polo R5. See how it gets on. Oh, little bit of a tail out there, just hitting the ditch, unsettling the car. You got to be careful. You don't want to take risks like that, especially with these barriers around the edge of the track. They are just going to flip the car if you hit them. You got to be careful. Track narrowing a bit there into a 90 right. See, you clip the barrier there again. Just driving all out, it seems. No real thought for the car. Again, hitting the barrier. You got to be careful of this. But as long as it keeps together the rest of the stage, it should be okay. Just mitigate those risks. Next up, Chris Corbin, again driving the Fabia R5. Nice and buttery smooth there. See, just glancing the curbs. Using all of the road, not clipping the barriers. Nice and smooth. Minimal steering input, knows exactly what's required of the car. A man who looks like he's at home in there.
Running back on board with Neil Corbin further into the stage as well. Into a heavy braking. Oh, heavy braking zone. He's gonna. Oh, he's clipped the barrier. Surely that's gonna be a puncture. Yeah, that looks like a puncture already. That's gonna hamper him for the rest of this run. Fortunately, there's a service before each stage, so if he can make it through the rest of the stage, he can be fine and repair that at the service halt.
Dario Hoyte, driving the Fiesta R5. He's a co-driver for a local champion, Jamal Brathwaite. See how he gets on. Nice and smooth so far. Running close to the barrier. Oh, he's hit the barrier. He's hit it hard into the wall. Oh, that is not a good sign. Some cosmetic damage there. Who knows if it's going to be terminal, if it has any mechanical output on the car. But hopefully he makes it to the end of the stage. Next up, Maurice Mason. Looking quick. Keeping it nice and tight. Off the limit as you go. Oh, on the... He's rolled it. How has he done that? That's a big crash there, ending up on his roof. That's surely going to be a retirement.
Riding on board with Robert Simmons. Now, Robert's sporting a Sol livery on this car. This car was actually driven by Elvin Evans back in Rally Barbados 2020, so this car has got some pedigree. Robert is looking nice and tidy through the narrow section in the village. Now, this is near the end of the stage now. Approaching the finish there. Nice and clean run through by Robert. Liam Carfrey, British entry, driving a Skoda Fabia R5. Now, interesting thing about Liam is using a controller, and he looks super silky smooth. It almost looks like he's driving with a wheel. Liam has been putting out some very, very good times throughout the day. Liam is also a driver and a co-driver back in the UK where he's based, and that has surely helped him with this run. You can definitely see it's almost like watching a live feed on WRC.
Up next, Jeremy Gonzalez, making his way through the village towards the end of the stage. He's had a quick run so far. He's had a real quick run. See if he can make it to the end. Nice and sideways there. Good bit of sideways action. Maybe a dab of Handy B. Making his way through. Is that the timing line? And across the finish to go quickest.
Jeremy has gone quickest, but Dominic Oliver is on a charge. Dominic is representing St. Vincent and the Grenadines, driving a Ford Fiesta R5. He's got an onboard shot of him here in his sim at home. Dominic is also a regional driver. He's also competed before with his father, Steve. And is he going to be... Oh, he's just been pipped by Jeremy. And it's just shy of 2/10 off of Gonzalez's time. It's going to be action-packed for next week.
So there we go, that wraps up this King of the Hill for the Rally Barbados. As you can see, Jeremy Gonzalez doing some donuts, celebrating his win over Dominic Olivier and the rest of the field. But there's more than these guys on offer. There are 142 competitors in this series, all hoping to see more of them in the next stages.
So here we are with the top 10 overall. Jeremy Gonzalez just pipping Dominic Olivier by 2/10, with Liam Carfrae winning the controller category and third overall. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. I have been Dominic Linton, joined by Chris Reardon, and this has been King of the Hill Esports 2020.